Okay, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Good morning to some of my classmates, somewhere else in the world. Today, I'm gonna show you how we're gonna use transform in order to recode specific variables. Now, before I taught you, we used compute, diba? And we had to manually type the formula. Now, that is quite tedious actually, and the bad part about using that is it only allows for binary variables. Binary meaning to say it's one or the other, no? So what we are gonna do here is we are gonna recode. Now we are not gonna recode PE1 because we already know, no, how to recode PE1. Let's try to recode gender. Now let's assume, okay, so to me, let's assume that list number one is for males, or this is our representation of males. Number two is for females, and zero is for let's say rather not say. Yan. So what we are gonna do here is we are gonna click on the column, press transform, another column will be created. Now this is the one that we have to edit. So let's say for example, gender and then literal, no? Literal meaning to say we are gonna use the words na. Now I'm gonna press create new transform, and you're gonna see this transform box, no? What I want you to do is you have to press the function, and similar to our formula before, we are gonna use the function if. Okay, if. So I'm gonna press enter, and then I'm gonna add recode condition. Now, I'm gonna talk to you about this for what we're gonna do, but basically, no. First is we are gonna choose our operation. Since we are looking for a value equal to 1, okay, equal to 1, so I'm gonna press equal to. And then I'm gonna press space and then press 1. After that, I'm gonna use, for example, male, okay? It must be in quote unquote because it is, we are printing, no? We are technically printing, that is the technical term, the text, which is male. And then we need to add another recode condition. So if source is equals to number 2, then we use female. Okay? So this is what we are trying to do. No, we are trying to represent these values, the numbers, with literal transformations. Literal transformations. Now, basically what this formula does is if the source or the source here in column 1 is number 1, then it will transform it to male. If the source is number 2, then it will transform it to female. Now, how do we represent the 0? No? Very simple. Else use rather not say. Now, what is this function? What does it do? If the value here on this tab is neither 1 or 2, then it will put rather not say. So, for example, we have to find it here. Ay, hindi nag rather not say. I didn't press enter. No? So, wait. Ay, rather not say. Oh, ayan. So, as you can see, no, the zeros were transformed. I think there's no other zeros anymore. The 0 was transformed into rather not say. But when I change this to 1, look, if I change this to 1, it's gonna go to male. If I change this to 2, female. If I'm gonna change this back to 0, rather not say. Another thing that I want to teach today is that I want to teach you how to compare between two variables. Let's say, for example, the question was posed, a question is posed, something like, what is the mean PE1 in males? Okay, what is the mean PE1 in males? So we are trying to, um, what we call, compare the values in this column with the values in this column. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to use compute again. Not compute, no, wrong. We want to use analysis and then exploration and then descriptives. Now, we are gonna put our PE1, which is the one we are trying to confirm. Now, this is what we call our dependent variable. No, dependent variable. And then we are gonna move our gender, which is our literal translation now, the one with the male and female, as our split by. This is our independent variable. We are trying to divide our PE1 by our gender. Now, if you look at the results, no, you can actually see here that you can see, no, the mean for the males is 3.82, the females is 3.80, the median, the standard deviation, and they are divided according to either male, female, or rather not saying. You can also see the N, no? The N is the frequency. So you can see that most of our respondents are female. And that's it. It's actually quite easy, but it's ahead of our topic, no? Something just that's good to know um, for our succeeding modules.